Right, hi, how are you? Today I'm going to discuss mode under the central tendency. Previously I discussed using two videos, mean and median. If needed to understand how to calculate the mean and median, you can watch those two videos. Okay, before moving to the lesson, I want to remind you, please you can subscribe my channel, then you can get my lot of videos, not only statistics, but also mathematics, operation research like that. I am statsenaka, data analyst and experienced teacher for statistics. Okay, let's move to today's lesson mode. Yes, before we discuss two measures, what are those? Mean, that can be denoted by x bar. After that, median were discussed. What is that? What is that notation of that? MD, capital M, simple D. Today we are going to discuss mode. What is that? Mode. Shortly we can denote it MO, mode. That's the notation of the mode. Okay, how do you calculate the mode? Then what is the mode? If I give a very simple example, my first example is this. I'll give marks of 5 students, very simple, very little class I consider. Few students are there, they take this kind of marks 20, 29, 38, 29, 35, 40, 29, 40, 23. Okay, look at this. I consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In this class, 9 students are there. Then if needed to find the median, you know how to find the median. You can arrange in ascending order, descending order. Then you can find the mid value, that is the median. If needed to find mean, we discussed that using previous video, you know. If you needed to find the mean, you can consider sum of these all values, and that should be divided by number of students, then you can get the mean. Today, I am going to discuss how to find the mode. Yes, actually, what is the mode? If I write the mode, very simple measure of under this central tendency, mode is I can write as 29. Okay, what is the why should I take as a mode this 29? What is the reason? What is the reason behind of this 29? Yes, 29 is here, 29 is here, 29 is here. That is, most frequently times we can see 29s more than other values. So that is the mode. That is the mode. Very simple measures to calculate than other measures, other central tendency measures. What are those? Median and mean. So this mode is very simple measures that can be identified very easily. The most frequently term is the mode. Okay, you can see the most frequently term is only 29. 29 we can see 3 times. No other values more than 3 times, so equal 3 times. That's why we consider mode is 29. Very simple measures. Okay, now I consider second example. Now look at this. 20, 29, 38, 29, 35, 40, 29, 40, 23, after that 40. Now tell me the mode of this example. Yes, what is the mode? You know now, mode is most frequently terms, most frequently times terms. Then we can see what is the most frequently. In here we can see 3 times we can see 29. That's why 29 was the mode. Now in here we can see 29, 29, 29 also 3 times. After that another value also there. No, what is that? 40, 40, 40, 40 also 3 times. So we can see mode is what? 29 and 40, both are the modes. Very special measures concerning other central tendency measures, because you know, if you calculate the mean or median of a certain distribution, certain data set, we cannot get 2 or more mean or median. But in here we can see mode. If we consider mode, we can see 2 or more modes. That's the very special things considering other central tendency measures. Okay, now I consider third example. Now I consider this example 20, 29, 38, 29, 35, 40, 29 again 40, 23, 40. and I consider 20 and 20. Okay, now tell me the modes. What is the mode? What is the mode? What is the mode? 20, 20, 20 can be seen 3 times. Yes. 29 also can be seen 3 times. Look at this 20, 20, 20. 20 is 3 times. 29, 29, 29 also 3 times. After that 40, 40, 40 also 3 times. So maximum time is 3. That values are, that is mode. Mode is what? 20, 29. After that what? 40. Now we can see 3 modes are there. 3 modes are there. Okay, if there is a one mode, that kind of distribution, that kind of data set can be said what? Unimode. Unimodal distribution. Unimodal distribution. What is called? Unimodal distribution. If there are two modes of a certain distribution, that kind of data set can be named as what? Bimodal distribution. Very simple. If there is 3 or more, 3, 4, 5, 6, anyone, 3 or more, then this kind of distribution can be named as what? Multimodal distribution. Very simple. Multimodal distribution. Okay, then we can see if there is one mode, that can be named as what? Unimodal. If there is 2 modes, then bimodal, and next one 3 or more, then we can name as what? Multimodal distribution. Okay, very simple. Now I consider frequency distributions. Right, I'm going to discuss next example. What is the next example? Look at this. What is this? I consider this column is marks, that is x values. This number of students of this class is, that is frequency f values. These 2 columns can be filled like this. I think marks of these students are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 likewise. Number of students of these marks are, I think 5 students are there, 8 students are there, 12 students are there, 10 and 5. Now you can see 5 students takes 10 each likewise. Then this kind of table, we discussed using previous videos. Those are ungroup frequency distribution. This is what? Ungroup frequency distribution. This is ungroup frequency distribution. Now I ask, what is the mode of this ungroup frequency distribution? What is the mode? 10 is 5 times, 20 is there 8 times, 30 is there 12 times. So we can see maximum times is 12. That value is 30. So in here we can write mode is what? 30. Mode is what? 30. My question is, what is the type of this distribution? Is it unimodal distribution, bimodal distribution, or multimodal distributions? Yes, this distribution has only one mode it has. So this kind of distribution, this ungroup frequency distribution, can be considered as what? Unimodal distribution. Yes, this is unimodal distribution. Very simple. This is the mode. Okay, this is the last example of this mode. What is the last example? After considering ungroup frequency distribution, now I consider group frequency distribution. Group frequency distribution, again I consider marks of students of a class. This is x value marks, this is f value, that is number of students. I think now I consider class intervals 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. Okay. Now frequencies of these classes are, number of students of these classes are, I think 5 students are there, 8 students are there, 12 students are there, 10 students are there, and 5 students are there. Okay, now my question is, what is the mode? Then how do you find the mode? Thus, within this range, you can see 5 students are there, 8 students are there within this range, 12 students are there within this range. So maximum number of students are there, this range, no, this class, no. So this is the what? Mode class. That is the mode class of the mode. Yes, after finding mode class, you can calculate the certain value of mode. How? Okay, before that, I want to remind what? Histogram. Can you remember the histogram? Okay, if you don't know the histogram, okay, just I remind it, then you can see that. If needed to learn a lot of things about this histogram, you can use my previous video. Okay, right, look at this. What is the histogram? Histogram is a graph. If I sketch histogram of this distributions, when you are going to draw histogram, always this horizontal axis should be marked. So x value, so variable value. In here, I can calibrate this using marks. And this vertical axis should be frequency, number of students, frequency should be applied for vertical axis. Okay, when you are going to draw histogram, you have to calibrate with class boundaries, not class limits. Class boundaries. What is the class boundaries? If I consider 9.5, 19.5, 29.5, 39.5, 49.5, 59.5, likewise. And frequencies, maximum frequency, you can say 12, so up to 15, around 15, I can calibrate this horizontal axis, 5 somewhere here, 10 somewhere here, 12 somewhere here. Right, how do you draw this histogram? Look at this. Consider in this class the width of this rectangle and height of this 5, then you can draw a rectangle like this up to 5. Next, height of this rectangle is 8. Class interval can be considered the width of these rectangles, and you can draw another rectangle up to 8. Likewise, you can see very easily. And next one, and 12, up to 12, you can draw another rectangle shapes. After that, up to 10 you can draw. Next one up to 5. Okay. This interconnected set of rectangles can be considered as what? Histogram. Okay, using this histogram, you can find the mode using the graph, using graphical method. That is the graphical method. What? How do that? Okay, this is the highest rectangle. That is a mode with mode including, that is a class including mode. So this considering this highest rectangle, you can do this activity. What is that? Consider right upper corner of this highest rectangle, and consider right upper corner pre-highest rectangle, and now consider left upper corner of this rectangle, and post and left upper corner should be considered post of this highest rectangle, that is this rectangle. And you can interconnect these 2 points, and similarly you can interconnect these 2 points. Then you can see these 2 lines intersected on this point. Now consider this intersected point. Considering this intersected point, you can find this value, this value, this value. This is the mode. Yes, using graphical method, if you are going to find the mode, you can use this activity. Yes, after drawing histogram, you can do this activity, then you can get the mode using graphical method. Okay, using this triangle, using these two triangles, another formula for mode we can prove. Then in here, we are going to use the formula to calculate the mode. Okay, using this graphs, no need to prove. I am not going to prove how to prove. I am not going to discuss how to prove that formula, but I will give that just formula. If you are going to find a certain mode, yes, you can use this formula. What is that formula? M naught mod is L plus what? Delta 1 divided by delta 1 plus delta 2 into C. Okay, I will explain these terms, what these terms are. Okay, look at this. And I with explaining, I will substitute those values. Okay, what is the L? L is lower class boundary. What is that? Lower class boundary of mode class. Mode class is this one, no? Then lower class boundary, this is lower class limit. Lower class boundary can be taken 29 plus 30 divided by 2, that is 29.5. So I'll substitute those value 29.5 plus Delta 1. What is delta 1? Delta 1 is difference between these two values. What is that? Difference between these two values. That is frequency of the mode class and pre-mode class. Frequency of the mode class and frequency of the pre-mode class. That is these two values, 8 and 12. Difference, that should be delta 1, that is 4. No need to consider sign minus or plus. Just you can consider only difference, only gap, only deviation. Okay, what is the delta 2? Delta 2 is difference between frequency of the mode class and frequency of the post mode class. That is these two values, 12 and 10, difference only. Only consider difference, that is 2. No need to consider sign. Just only absolute value, difference, only consider difference, 4 and 2. So now I substitute those values. So delta 1 was found as 4, delta 1 is 4, delta 2 is what? Delta 2 is 2. And C, what is the C? Class interval, class width of this mode class, that is 30 to 39. It has whole numbers, 10 whole numbers. It has, so that is the class interval is 10. Class interval is 10, class interval. So in other words, what is that? Class width. Okay, now I substitute those all values to this unknown terms. So after simplifying, you can get the answer. What is the 36.16 or something? I don't know this. Certainly this the value is correct. You can simplify. Then you can get the sharp answer. Okay. That is the way. That is the way how to calculate the mode. Then you know mode is what? The most frequently terms in a data distribution, data array or frequency distributions. And I discussed 3 cases. First one using data array. Second one is ungroup frequency distribution. Third one is especially this kind of group frequency distribution. And we know 3 type of distribution may be there. What is the first one? First one is unimodal distribution, second one is bimodal distribution, and third one is multimodal distribution. Then with that we discuss all 3 type of central tendency measures. Then you can subscribe my channel then to take another video and another lesson. Okay, have a nice day.